We're live.
Yo.
Hello, I'm Matt Bergman, and you are listening to the Punk Rock Libertarians podcast, episode 255. I'm here tonight with Jared Schneiderman,
Hey, everybody.
Philip Dassing,
What's up, pony soldiers?
Wow, dude.
Kyle Wagner,
Hey, guys.
and Alexis Schlegel.
Good evening, comrades. Glad to be here.
So yeah,
What a privilege.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody that's on our Patreon. I know I plug it every week, and people are probably sick of hearing about it, but I just want to say thank you to you guys because you're helping us keep the lights on down here in Anarchy Basement, and it's because of you guys that we're going to be able to purchase a new laptop because one of our laptops is like on its way out. It's like a 2009 MacBook.
And I didn't sit on it, okay?
Yeah, Phil had no part.
No part in that. It's the
Yeah,
first
Phil
time.
actually didn't break it. It's just broken from years of use.
Yeah.
We're
Sounds
gonna
like me.
we're gonna be replacing that soon.
Oh.
And thanks to the Patreon guys. I think we've got like 27 people in there now, so it's pretty amazing. Yeah. And then topic number 1 tonight. I guess this was Phil. You said this was in like December of 2018.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went back. I
It goes
actually
back that
searched
far?
for it. I did a search for it.
Yeah,
you
so-
guys had an episode. It was right after we had Joshua Smith on. It was like literally the Sunday after we had him on, and we got to talk about that. So I think Jared, you have the rest of the details on that.
Yeah, like we were doing an outline, and I guess a couple of us had seen online somewhere that this device that uses AI to give blowjobs was coming out, and it's called the Autoblow. And we were like, yeah, let's talk about this because it's funny, you know. So we started talking about it, and then after the podcast came out, the guy who invented the Autoblow, hit us up, said he was listening to our podcast, and he was like, they're going into production pretty soon. I can send you guys one.
Would you
And
promote
then-
this artificial intelligence blowjob
Well,
machine?
so
And then I guess like 4 or 5 days ago, it actually came in the mail.
that's mostly correct. So what actually happened was he said, we're going to go into production in about a year. But if you give me your mailing address, I'll send you one as soon as it comes out. So I was like, all right. So I gave him.
Jared was like, all right, I'll give you Matt Bergman's address.
So I gave him the address with the permission of Matt Bergman.
So when they went into production,
and then I just thought of it like the other day, and I was like,
We even talked about it.
yeah, we might have brought it
It
up.
was like it was like a few months ago. You were like, where the fuck is this Autoblow?
Yeah. I don't know how, maybe I was looking through my email or something. And so I found the email and I responded. I said, hey,
was it in your
when are you
spam or
sending
deleted?
this? Like, is this in production yet? And he like immediately emailed me back. Was like, yeah, I'll send one right away.
That's fucking awesome.
So I guess 2 days later, we got the Autoblow.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Did he go on Shark Tank and get funding for it? It's like, I am
Dude, I
seeking
would-
funding. I
Yeah.
am seeking.
Mark Cuban was
10%
totally
stake.
in.
Mr. Wonderful's like, yeah,
No, it's kind of
let's
a fun,
get this into production.
like it's
I
kind
want
of a,
15%.
it's kind of a funny story because it came on Wednesday, and Wednesday's a day where my father-in-law watches my daughter, right?
Yeah.
And then he brought up to us, to my wife. He's like, this package came, and then she
Was
said,
it at least in an unmarked box?
and then I think she said something like, yeah, I don't know who that's for, and he's something like, oh, well, should I take it with me? And it's just like, and then, so that is kind of weird. But at any rate, the Autoblow came, and
And then so did you.
Hey-o.
no, actually, the Autoblow is still
It's
sealed.
here.
It's here and it's
Oh,
sealed. I have it.
So wait, you have a resealing packaging device in
I
your
have
basement?
it. I have it right here in my hands.
Fucking
and-
Instagram, dude.
All
yeah,
right, let's get this.
It's shrink wrapped, so we're gonna get it open, and I guess we're gonna get our hands on it.
yeah.
And
My dick on it.
Hold on, before we open it, I want to read some of the.
Yeah, we have to read this. Read
All
the
right.
back
So,
of this.
so
The
on
market provides.
So
The
on the
market
back
provides.
of this, they point out, as a lot of products do, they point out the high points, the selling points of the device. So
Tell us
here's
about
what
Jared.
it says. So the first thing is the interchangeable sleeve system. The
Dude.
sleeves are interchangeable, easy to clean. That's the important part.
Oh, yes.
Sleeve.
And made from 100% premium silicone.
Ooh, premium.
So if you've got a
Not that-
silicone allergy, stay away.
Yeah, this is
Um,
premium.
And then the next headline is For blowjobs, it's the best. Mute your goddamn phone.
I got it. Got it covered.
And then the subhead is Autoblow AI. Subhead, giggity.
Ew.
Autoblow AI feels fantastic and is built to last. Don't be fooled by imitators.
Yeah,
There's
man.
imitators.
There are imitators.
There is competition
There's a
in the
market.
artificial intelligence blowjob.
The free market provides.
Yes.
So speaking of AI, it says, powered by artificial intelligence, the realistic blowjob experiences that await you inside of this small machine were made possible by cutting-edge AI technology.
Yeah. Bill Gates is proud of this.
It also
AI.
has an it also yeah. He's like,
It's
we'll
like-
be doing great things with the internet, and
like,
you know that meme where it's like, we'll be
farming,
doing great
growing
things
more
with the internet
food.
in 20 years.
yeah, predicting weather patterns. No.
Autoblow.
Achieving the optimal
Blowjob.
BJ.
How many blowjob experiences are on this?
Kyle, can you go to Autoblow autoblow.com right now on your phone?
Yeah.
And you probably have it bookmarked anyway. So can you go there and let me know like how much it's going for right now?
Yeah, we want to
Yeah,
get the
yeah, we
retail
definitely want to
price.
get the price on this.
Yeah.
Suggested retail
So
price.
this it has 10 it claims to have 10 different blowjob experiences. Which I didn't even know their words had.
10. Damn, I didn't. Wow.
Does it
There's
list them?
There's an episode of the Golden Girls where Blanche is like her teacher in like the school or whatever is like he said you have to sleep with me to get an A in this class, and so she went to like the new dean of the college, and so he's filling out this form, and she says, I just saw this the other day, it was hilarious. She says, yeah, it was he asked me to do lines 1, 2, 6, and 7B. And he was like, look, lady, I didn't even know before today. I didn't even know 7B existed. That's kind of how I feel about the 10 blowjob experiences.
Phil, what are you doing? You're watching Golden Girls?
I love Golden
Like,
Girls.
That's the first
I
question
mean,
I have.
Dude, stay gold,
First
bro.
off, right off
Stay
the
gold.
bat, but
All right, so this
I fuck Blanche.
the Autoblow also features an all-steel lead screw system.
lead screw.
Lead screw.
So the industrial-grade fan-cooled motor system is designed for long-term use.
Ah, nice.
It also, this is very important, discrete volume level.
Yeah, got to keep it. keep that shit down
Yeah,
at work
dude.
when you're in your cubicle.
Yes.
All right, I
You
got
can even mount this in your cubicle.
I got the retail price.
Suggested retail.
The
retail
motorized
price.
system makes a sound but doesn't interfere with your pleasure or your coworkers. It doesn't
Right.
say that, but that's added by me.
So you were
Wait, hold on.
Jared, you
Go
were
ahead.
worried about like disturbing your mom in the next room?
Yep. What's the price?
All right, you want to keep reading the features and then we'll tell people
Okay,
how
there's
much
one more
it-
feature. Plug it in. Autoblow.
So you don't have to worry
Plug
about
it
batteries.
in. Plug it in.
Your dick or the outlet?
Both. Autoblow AI doesn't need batteries. Just plug it into any electrical outlet, 110 volt to 240 volt. It uses a safe level of DC power, so you're not going to electrocute your dick.
But
Nice.
that goes
I know.
against everything I've ever thought as a kid. Like, hey, I'm going to plug this device in the wall, and then I'm going to shove my dick
This
into
isn't
this
for
device.
children, dude.
Yeah, man. What happened back in the day? Dude, us millennials growing up, we used to fuck couches and pillows, man. Now these kids these days, they get Autoblow.
Oh wow!
Yeah, right.
There's also endless edging. So
Endless.
press to pause and press again to resume. The same experience at the same speed. So there's speed control.
Speed control.
That's where the
Nice.
10 different experiences come from.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So what
So
if
you
you want
get
to?
that like crazy bitch like blowjob, or you can get that like.
So 1 through
you know.
10.
Like,
Dude, what
is
about
there-
Autoblows that go to
Is
11?
there like a setting for like gay dude blowjob? Because here's the thing, dude. When you think about it, like who's gonna give head better than a gay dude? Because gay dudes are gonna.
Speaking from experience.
No, I'm just assuming, dude.
Okay.
Because I mean, like a guy who's
This is
giving
assertion based.
like a guy
Assertion
who's
basement.
giving
Assumption basement.
I'm just saying like a guy who's giving head's got to have like a heads up.
he knows the tools. He
He's
knows.
Heads
got
up.
to have a heads up because
Yeah, he's got his own set of tools.
because he knows
That's
like,
what they say about lesbians.
right.
They give better oral because they got their own set of tools.
It's just
Right.
rubbing holes.
Yeah.
That's all.
So there's a teasing slow stroke, 2 full strokes followed by a half-second pause.
Half-second pause.
There's a lot of innovation here. There's the master stroke
This is
1.
amazing.
The master stroke 1 setting, which combines top strokes, bottom strokes, and full strokes.
Phil's dying.
Where's this?
And then if you're getting real crazy, you can
Where's this?
set it to the master stroke 2.
Where's this manufactured, by the way?
Where is it
Where
manufactured?
is it? Is this made in
I-
America?
Made in the USA, please.
Is this made in America?
I don't know,
Is
man.
this,
Oh, wait,
is this
hold on.
providing American jobs?
So let's hope it's not Wuhan or whatever.
It doesn't say. There are like 10 different languages on the back.
Yeah, like I'm
Kyle,
wondering.
look
I'm
at
wondering if
Kyle,
the
can you,
Trump
confirm?
tariffs are going to affect the
Yeah,
auto
Kyle's
blow.
looking.
Yeah.
Trump tariffs.
Wait, is Medicare for all going to cover this?
Right? It could be therapeutic. You know.
Yeah, it could be
Could be.
therapeutic.
It's
Could be.
therapeutic. Yep.
ED, man, they cover ED medicine, so this
Yeah.
might be a
Right?
boomers. Boomers need to get their dick sucked
So-
too.
All right, is it time to break this bad boy open?
You ready for
Let's-
the retail
Oh
price?
yeah, what's the retail price?
So retail price is $299.95. So this is a
that's reasonable.
$300 device, but the
Yeah.
web price is only $219.96. You save $80 on
How much are the-
Autoblow.com.
How much are reusable sleeves?
Ah,
Do
yeah.
we have
Um,
do we have the retail price?
I think they're like $49.96.
That's a
And-
very
and this-
specific
I-
guess.
This
I just
particular-
looked it up the other day, dude.
I'll just use soap.
You're like, I think it's $49.96 plus shipping and handling.
These test models here, our test model is the AI version, right?
it's the
It's the
AI.
Autoblow AI. There's
there-
also the Autoblow 2 plus XT.
Whoa, the
Oh.
XT?
This
You
is-
wasn't even the deluxe
No,
John?
no, this is the deluxe.
That's
Yeah.
the
This
same
is
type
actually
of shirt I wear.
yeah. This is actually the nicer, the more
it for fat
expensive
dudes'
model.
dicks?
So this one has the AI, the other one doesn't. The other one's
I-
a dumb blowjob.
Yeah.
giver. It's like
Yeah.
it's like getting a blowjob from a blonde chick.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
The other one has
Alright.
teeth. That's what.
The other one has teeth. Not 100% against
That's
that.
what the XT stands for. Extra teeth.
Extra teeth. Oh my god, dude.
I said suck the motherfucker. You're making shit.
All
Who
right.
doesn't like a little tooth graze?
Are you gonna film this, the unboxing?
All right, let's film this unboxing. I'm just gonna do this on my phone. I already uploaded a minute on the Instagram, so let's do this shit live on my phone.
Matt couldn't
All
contain
right.
himself. So it's already half
It's
open.
already half open, guys. All right. Wait, is there an outlet back
Yeah.
here we can plug
Yeah,
this in?
there's a.
Oh shit, we got a
power
whole.
strip right
Oh
there.
hell
We
yeah!
got this whole power strip right here.
Let's get this shit going. I want to hear how quiet it is.
Yeah. Can we do the entire podcast?
Just leave it on for the entire podcast.
So it's gonna be 45
like
minutes of
background
No
Autoblow.
auto
different
blow.
than having on the fucking humidifier back there.
Oh fuck.
This is
You
so
got it,
dope.
dude? Don't break the box, bro.
I don't want to break the box, dude.
If
Oh,
only,
this
if only
this
we
is
had a knife
gold.
down here.
Yeah, if only
Do
we
they
had
have a
one.
return policy on these?
30-day guarantee.
Jared, we got it for free, dude.
I know. I'm just curious.
I want my money back.
Let's see. All right.
I didn't feel ashamed after I came in it, so
Wow.
So you want your money
Nice.
back?
yeah, I want my money back.
I only do this for the
Whoa,
shame.
whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Okay,
Very
so,
nice.
Yeah,
All
there's,
right.
there's some plastic.
Some
Yeah,
plastic.
some plastic. Yeah, this is an audio
I
medium
see the,
mostly, so let's narrate this as we
All
go.
right. So he's
Fellas.
opening it up.
Wow. It's like a blender.
That-
Don't drop it.
Okay,
All right,
so
I'll
have
take
you,
the box. Oh, is there more?
have you guys ever
What is this? Okay.
have you guys ever had to like blow into that device to test your
Your
BAC?
lung capacity.
yeah, your lung capacity?
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
what this looks like. Just need that tube that
Matt, you
helps
should
yeah.
just
it.
you should just randomly put this in on your kitchen counters, next to the coffee maker and
so
the
we,
blender and
We've
See if-
pulled it out of the box. We've got
That's
a,
what she
a
said.
box that says USA in huge letters on it.
Yeah,
Made in the USA.
provide American jobs.
America still makes something.
Yeah.
We make the Autoblow, goddammit.
And this is the
Thank
in
you,
this
Trump.
box is the
Yeah,
power
it's
cable.
probably just the USA power supply. I think that's
Oh,
all that
yeah.
means.
The cardboard box that the power.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that
dude,
the
I
power
never-
supply
I just got
came in.
patriotic. I was wondering
We-
where my sky cloth is.
We made the cardboard box.
Hey, the only sky cloth in this basement is the Lieberland.
That's right. It's the only one
All
worth
right, he's
flying.
taking out
Everyone,
the instructions.
Stand up and salute.
You don't need those instructions.
Yeah, just
I don't know. For something
Well-
I'm sticking my dick into, I want to read the instructions first.
Yeah, it's not something you want.
An electric device.
I can tell you, it's
Oh,
hot.
look at the mouth. Oh my
All right.
god.
So this
Yo,
thing
mouth.
has like a huge. Well, it's a normal sized mouth. It's like
Wait, here. Let me get a picture of that. Let me get
it's like a silicone mouth. It's
oh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
let's
dude.
pass it around, guys.
Oh yeah, it's nice and soft. It
Nice.
kind of feels like skin, maybe a little bit.
Probably.
It's in a giant sort of like white tube thing, with a little.
Let me feel
half
that.
of
Let me
another
get-
tube on the
let me feel
bottom.
that shit.
Wow, dude.
Let me get it in there.
The quality looks
Wow,
high.
I'm really
from-
uncomfortable right now with this happening right in front of me.
Hey, Kyle, did you want to finger bang this?
you know.
That feels
Oh,
great,
weird.
man.
It's not what I expected at all.
What did you expect?
It feels way more fleshy than I was expecting.
Fleshy.
Wait, what?
I was expecting more of a rubber, like
Yeah, well-
hard silicone.
Well, isn't that
What kind of blowjobs do you get, dude?
It's like slimy silly putty. It's
It's
fucking
not
wild.
slimy. It's not slimy.
It's like
That was probably the sweat from my finger.
I don't know. It's like it's definitely.
It feels like
That's Phil's-
skin.
That's
It
Phil's
feels,
meat sweats on there.
if it was a little warmer,
My whiskey sweats.
I had my eyes closed, I wouldn't be able to tell
Yo,
that
it's like
that wasn't a
Play-Doh.
real person's mouth.
It's like Play-Doh.
How are there only 15 people watching right now?
All
This
right.
is
It was funny.
travesty.
Whatever, dude.
Who's closing
it's
this?
If you're not
fairly-
watching, you're stupid.
It's got some
so.
weight to it. I mean, you can tell this
Who
is
would
not.
ever X out of this?
This is amazing.
This is
Now,
a
now, are there
this is a
accessories you could
legit-
purchase for this thing?
Is
Like,
there room on the plug over there for this?
is there a tripod for this thing where you could just like
Yeah, because
set
okay,
it up?
that's not very ergonomical.
No, I think you have to hold
Right?
it.
You gotta
think you
hold
gotta-
it.
what
You
does
could
that
hurt
go to?
yourself doing that.
Yeah, look at that. That thing's
think
pretty
we're good.
big. Yeah, that's got to hold a lot of semen.
It's got like a plastic ring around the mouth.
So that's where you.
Actually, I think
plugging
that's
it
the
in
battery
now,
for
guys.
this, but
Is that for the?
We're
sleeve?
plugging it
That's
in.
where the
Little bit.
sleeve thing.
Gosh,
all right. So
wait. We got to hold it up to the main camera, man. Those people aren't watch. They aren't seeing this. Kyle,
hold it to the
up.
camera.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
There it is.
There we
Twist
go.
it around.
Yep.
Show all the angles.
I'm getting a good long video of this.
It really does have soft lift. You should read the warnings. It says do
All right,
not
Oh
use
shit!
without.
What are the
the
warning? We have to read the warnings.
Is it
what does the
waterproof? Can you
warning
take
say?
it in the shower?
I don't think so, dude.
Oh,
All right. So I just plugged it in. I don't see any indicator.
Oh, God! Look at all the
Okay,
buttons.
so
on
there's
this.
an on.
Holy shit!
There's an on button. Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's
shit.
nice and
We
neon
got a
blue.
nice blue that
Yeah,
lights up.
hold it up to the
Let
camera.
you know that it's
Ooh.
on.
there you go.
Now I'm a little
then
on right now.
then-
Time for some action.
All right. So then there's a pause button. There's a plus and a minus button, and then there is a
You know.
fast forward button.
you can pause
Fast
it.
forward. What is this? My DVR?
Okay, it's a play button
Yeah.
with like that little line next to it.
You gotta
I guess
pause.
it's not fast
Pause the
forward.
auto blow. Get back to your
Yeah,
video
all
game.
right.
You know.
All right, I'm gonna hit the play
It's like,
button.
oh, my
Play.
mom just walked in. Press
pause.
Pause.
Oh my God, it's going!
Whoa!
Holy shit!
Whoa!
What the fuck, dude?
Does it have like a suck in it?
All right, yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
get my finger in that shit. I gotta feel that.
I mean, it's like a dry blowjob kind of.
Yeah. well, that's because we haven't. Wait, what else, guys? What are we
Oh
missing?
yeah. Oh yeah.
So we
right.
were also sent a container of
God.
this.
Hold it up.
What is it called, Jared? Fap lube.
Yeah, Fap Lube.
Fap
Ah.
lube. Yes.
that is amazing. Hold
and
it
it's
up.
got a hand around the logo, like holding
Dude,
a
Matt,
dick.
hold it up. Hold it up to my phone.
Nice.
Hold on, I want to see the. I'm gonna get a picture of the Fap Lube.
Wow, this thing is.
This is amazing.
Wow, the market provides.
Yes.
All right, so this looks like it's on the highest. Is this the highest setting?
That looks very fast. That bitch got stamina.
Go. I mean.
Oh my God! It's got faster.
It's so funny. It looks like a cookie that's just like.
Oh
That
my
looks
God!
like a
dude.
fat girl's mouth, though.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
look
like she's got some
at-
lips.
Oh my God, that is a priceless.
Wow.
Future is now.
Oh my
This is
God.
the future.
Oh my God! It's getting faster.
It's
I
alive.
can barely hold on to it.
You're seeing this first, witnessing this first
Oh my
here
God.
at
This
Anarchy
is
Basement.
awesome.
This
All
is
right.
the future.
Wow.
Oh my God!
that's,
you
not,
hear that?
that's not that silent.
Hold up to the microphone.
This is what it sounds like. I mean, you probably can't hear it from the other room, right? I don't know.
No, I think you're probably good. You're probably
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh my God!
It's impressive. This is
What is the Fat Lube?
I mean-
this is
smell like?
2020, everybody.
Welcome to the future.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it just sounds like you're making cappuccino.
No
Yeah.
flying cars. Blowjob
It sounds like
machines.
Yeah,
yeah,
making something.
yeah, like you've got your Keurig going.
You need this little manual, Jared.
Hold on, how
You cycle
So you
through
hit
the
pause?
10 settings, and then each setting also has speed settings.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's what this. Okay, so I was just turning the
You have
speed
like
up.
you have like a mode button,
All
and
right.
there's different modes.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
If I get drunk enough,
Oh, see
I'll
now it's
try
like
it out
stopping.
tonight, guys.
Now it's going quick and then it stops.
See, Kyle's reading
That's
the
the
instructions,
tease.
guys.
Wow, this is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, this gets the PRL
little-
stamp of approval.
that little bitch. That
It's
little
like the
dick
Oprah
tease.
Book Club.
Well, we
You know?
we haven't
It's like-
tried it yet.
You
Well,
nasty,
all right, fair
nasty
enough.
girl. You little dick tease.
Yeah, just edging that shit.
Just edging it. Where the teeth
All right.
at?
Anybody else want to hold on to this?
Dude.
I mean,
I think
I can tell Alex does.
Alex is itching for it.
There you go, Alex.
So so does it have a chargeable battery? Like, is that what it's doing right now? It's plugged into the wall. It is.
No,
Pretty
I don't
weird.
think so.
I don't think it does, man.
requires a plug.
Now that's got to be a model upgrade.
So you're
What, so
you have
when you take it
concerns
on the
about
road?
it. You're concerned about the Autoblow on the go. You're saying
Like if you're
Right,
camping,
yeah.
if you're camping.
Yeah, man. You're Adam Kokesh and you're over jerking off in a Walmart parking lot and you just want an Autoblow.
You would need the car adapter.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
the
that's
car
right.
AC adapter. Yes.
There's
is that
an
sold
AC
separately,
adapter?
Kyle? Is that sold separately?
Does that come with it or is that extra?
Yeah, it does. Kyle's going to see if it comes with a car charger. So
All right.
on your commute, you can.
Okay,
You know.
so I think what everyone wants to know is what is the recommended amount of what is that fat juice or whatever?
Fab juice.
What is it called? Fat lube? What is it?
Nick,
I mean,
hold on.
it-
Nick says the vibration sounds like Weapon of Choice by Fatboy Slim.
So we got to play that this is as it goes out.
That's gonna be the
outro.
outro music for this episode.
That's amazing. Look at it go. God damn, I love the future.
I mean, this is the future, guys. Who needs
Yeah.
women
When I was a
anymore
kid,
when you have the Autoblow?
I used to just press the cushion down
Jared.
on my couch and just
He paused it.
go to town.
You put it in pause mode.
Okay.
Yeah,
the-
it's
How do you just turn it off?
just
no.
flip that switch, dude.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Powering down.
All right.
That was
Powering down.
amazing. All right,
right.
guys.
Well, that was fun, guys.
All
In the
right.
after hours,
it a
we'll
kiss,
all,
Conan. We gotta give
we'll
it-
all be testing.
Yeah,
the
tune in for the
Autoblow.
after hours when
Hold
we
on,
actually
hold
put
on.
it to the
Gotta
test.
Good night. Mwah.
Wow.
Yeah, Matt's gonna try it out in the after.
We're gonna
hours
just start
podcast.
getting. We're just gonna start getting sex toy companies setting us shit on a regular
Oh,
basis.
dude, it's over.
fucking
over.
God, that's amazing.
And
a
Matt's wife
nice
is
one.
gonna have to get it every time at the door.
Yo, after a couple weeks,
or her
Matt's
dad's
wife's
gonna
gonna be
show
like, "The fuck is going on
That's
here?"
high quality, man.
So
You'll-
wait, Britt just asked, did we name her? What are we gonna name
up. Oh
her?
shit,
Oh damn.
Kyle.
No.
Let's call it.
Kylie.
Oh no, Kylie. Yeah.
Kylie Wagner.
Wait.
Wait, what? We should leave it to the audience. Give suggestions.
Okay, I got a good suggestion
yeah.
here. Let's call it the Nap Fap.
Oh damn, dude.
Okay, what's FAP? What does that mean? What am I
That means
missing?
masturbate. So it's not.
That's a slang word for masturbating.
Okay.
I guess you are technically masturbating.
You are. It's
'Cause you're
AI.
by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a masturbation.
Yeah,
It's
what-
not.
It's a masturbation station.
I guess we're open for name suggestions,
like
so
Nap
keep them
Fap.
coming in.
All right, NatFap is currently leading. If you've got a better suggestion, post it in the comments.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
On
Keith,
our,
you can do better. Britt, you
on
name
Facebook
it. Name it.
or YouTube
What do you suggest?
or
Britt?
Twitch.
Yeah.
Name our Autoblow. Keep them coming.
Right.
The suggestions coming in.
Keep it coming.
Keep it coming. Okay.
Ridiculous.
That is what she said.
All right. Well, thank you to Brian from Autoblow for
You
sending
are
us
the man.
a copy, or it's not a copy,
the real thing.
like the real thing.
We got the real thing.
Yeah.
A testing.
And it wasn't
Test
used,
product.
so that's great.
an unused, unboxed, and yeah, that was cool.
So
Guys,
should we put it up for sale on the PRL
buy your
site?
Autoblow today?
Dude, we
like-
could have some kind
No,
of contest.
Should we auction it off?
No, it's got to be.
Hey, dude, could you
permanent.
imagine? Could you imagine if you sent us like a used
add to the
Autoblow
set,
and we
yeah.
opened it up and there was like a load in there, dude?
What if he wants us to send it back? He's
That would
like,
be-
all right, once you guys are done, keep the sleeve and send it back.
I'll be sending a copy of this episode to him, so we'll get some feedback
Well,
on
I got
that.
a good 10-minute clip of us unboxing it. So
Yeah.
Great.
that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not listening, dude, you're fucking stupid. This was amazing.
See any names coming in?
All right.
I think it's Kylie.
What?
I think it's Kylie.
Wait, let's see if there's any. Is there
I think it's
any names
Kylie.
coming in? Yeah, Kylie.
She votes Kylie Wagner.
Yeah, Britt.
I don't know. NatFap's pretty good.
The NatFap.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
Kyle, put it away, man.
All right.
It is freaky how,
Kyle's
how
over there playing with
realistic
it.
the skin feels.
So speaking of blowjobs, Trump was acquitted of impeachment.
If the accusation don't fit, you must acquit.
So this doesn't really come as much of a surprise to
Come.
anybody.
Yeah, I thought it was just
Hey.
partisan politics. All the Democrats wanted to impeach him.
Yeah.
All the Republicans didn't. So the whole thing was just a circus from the beginning.
It was,
Yeah,
it was exactly what we said was going to happen.
I
Like,
love
everyone knew.
Everybody seems up in arms about the fact that they didn't allow witnesses to come out.
Yeah.
Come out.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't follow the whole thing. The whole time I was just assumed that he was going to get acquitted because the Senate is majority Republican.
Right.
Although I did want to mention one Republican voted for acquittal, and that was Mitt Romney.
Mittens.
Yeah.
Old Mittens.
So
Well, he's been a never Trumper from the start.
Yeah, I love all the
He's a
Republican
bitch.
outrage about him. And it's just like, well, back in 2012,
Well-
there was an opportunity to, nominate Ron Paul, and he got fucked over at the Republican convention.
Okay, well, I just want to put out like the feelers out there on the podcast. So, like, does anybody here believe that Trump should have went down? Like, he should have been impeached, removed from office. Now, Justin Amash thinks so. Also, Judge Andrew Napolitano has said, there's just multiple reasons that he deserved to go down.
I mean, I would like to see him go down for something real, like war crimes, like continuing the war on drugs, like bad stuff like that. That's an actual violation. I mean, I don't care about Ukraine. I don't care about. Honestly, withholding aid is good.
Yeah, like that
in
was
my
like the
idea.
whole. I
in
know
my
that
view.
was like the most ridiculous aspect of it is the fact it's like we're arguing like this. This is all about foreign aid.
Yeah, which we shouldn't
Like,
be
what
giving
the
them
fuck?
in the first place. So
It's-
withholding it is, as a libertarian, I mean, this is in line with what I would advocate anyways. Now, obviously,
It was
political.
It was
It was
politicized.
it was a political move on his part. It
Holding
wasn't a
up an
principled
arms
move.
deal. That's all this was. Holding up an arms deal.
Well,
Right.
I thought
That
it,
went
Which
through.
I am in favor of.
And I
So
love it, like the
arming
Democrats
Nazis,
fighting
like-
tooth and nail, like, no, we want more weapons sold. We're so liberal.
As long as it's not to our own citizens.
And you know what?
Right.
No one talks about they were arming Nazis, actual Nazis,
Right? And Ukraine. Yeah.
the Ukrainian Nazis. Absolutely.
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yes, that's what Obama didn't even want to fund. He backed them, supported them, sent in troops special ops to train them, the Azons Battalion or whatever, and shit like that. But these were fucking actual descendants of the
It's just some
the
like
Nazis, and no one wants to talk about that.
It's like
no
just-
one wants to mention it.
I mean, they're descendants, but are they still?
Yes, they're.
Okay.
If you've watched the what is it something the I have it here on my phone. I wrote it.
So
down.
basically, they impeached Trump for not sending weapons to Nazis.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
That's pretty
I think
funny.
that we've been trying to through the CIA. We've been trying to gain more influence in Ukraine because Russia has such an influence.
The
So it's
Galatian
like-
SS. They were descendants of actual descendants of the Galatian SS. And if you look at their flags, the Azons Battalion, their flags have the same monikers of the Nazis from the Galatian SS. And these were actual Ukrainian Nazis who then started fighting against the anti-communist Russians in the East, and now they're still at a civil war. And of course, he arms them right as the time they're about to the war's pretty much already over.
I thought
and he
this was
arms
about
them.
money, not weapons. Was
Money
it
for weapons.
money
Yeah.
for? Well, I
Yes.
mean, it's not up to him what they spend the aid on.
But
He's withholding a check, and
I mean, what if they were going to just buy a couple Autoblows?
yeah. Well, my
Dude, you
understanding
can get a lot of
it,
auto blows for that price.
was
They're
all
very
about-
reasonably priced.
Yes.
it was all about Biden's son, right? Wasn't that the
Right.
well,
that's
Biden's
why they didn't want
son?
witnesses.
My understanding of what happened was Biden's son was getting millions of dollars to be on this board of directors.
Yep.
And it was
80,000 a month or something like that.
it was really a backdoor bribe of Joe Biden. That's
Yeah.
what they were really after, was trying to influence Vice President at that time, Joe Biden. And Trump wanted to investigate that political corruption.
Yeah.
And so he, was trying to influence Ukraine to go after the Bidens. And so
right.
that's how I understand it. And they're saying, well, the president can't bribe a foreign country, and my understanding is that he can do that constitutionally. They just didn't want their own president to be bribed. He can't accept bribes.
Right.
But as far as I know, trying to negotiate or trying to
Yeah.
entice a foreign government to do something that
diplomacy.
you want is perfectly acceptable. So
Right.
I didn't think that was a crime.
Right.
And I thought the whole thing, the Democrats didn't help their case by, from the very beginning of his presidency, saying how they insisted on impeaching him. They was their mission all along to
Yeah.
find
Hours.
something.
Hours after he was elected, the Washington Post ran an article about impeaching Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Hours after he put his hand on the Bible and swore to uphold whatever the Constitution, that bullshit, Washington Post ran an article saying how can we impeach him, and even before he was even president, the Hillary Clinton had her people in the CIA. What they wanted to
the whole thing.
the 25th Amendment. We talked about this before. About how he was unfit to serve, and they were going to have a coup against him before he even before he took an oath of office. And literally, apparently, from what I was told, it was Hillary Clinton didn't want to concede it to the election, and Obama called her and was like, "Do this now. Don't ruin my legacy. Call in and say you're going to concede." And it's like, so since even before he was elected, they wanted him out. And I hate Trump. I think he's a terrible president. I think he just continues more of the same. His whole bullshit State of the Union was nothing but more socialism that any FDR Democrat back in the 30s would have been clapping and sticking their dick in an Autoblow for.
So what specific things was he saying?
Just about money for this and money
for the coal industry, for the farmers.
Yes. I mean, I didn't watch
Medicare, Medicaid,
right.
Maintaining it, Social Security, safe.
Right.
Jacob Hornberger called him out. He's like, I thought you were against socialism.
Right.
When it was
Dude,
like
Jake the Snake Hornberger. He's awesome.
Yeah. So just more of the same status quo.
It's just the same bullshit. And like, if Trump gave this speech as a Democrat in the 90s, all the Democrats would have applauded everything. More subsidies to farmers and this shit, like left and right, and it's just.
Well, that's what
bullshit.
I'm saying. I think by the end of his presidency, he'll have done more Democrat things than probably Obama.
Of course, I know he's enacted more gun control than Obama did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I always took it as sort of with a grain of salt because the Democrats were so clearly just trying to get him out for anything. Right. And I know if he was a Democratic president, if a Democrat had done the same thing, they wouldn't be doing any of this.
Dude,
you know, it's just all about Trump.
Right.
And then just how about the political theater just after with the antics of like Trump didn't shake Pelosi's hands, Pelosi ripped up the speech, and everybody's focusing on like that and not really looking at
At first, my leftist buddies that I'm friends with on Twitter were like, they were taking a victory lap because they thought from the angle that it was taken, it looked like at first, Skeletor? What's her name?
Skeletor?
What's her name?
Pelosi?
Yeah, Pelosi.
Yeah.
Pelosi looked like she was the one who like didn't shake his hand, and then all of these like conservative dudes in our group were like, "Oh no, it was actually the other way around." And
okay, so like what? So Nancy Pelosi tried to shake his hand, and he turned it down.
Yeah, he turned it down.
And then it was after that she I heard she pre-ripped the speech.
She pre-ripped it, dude.
Because she was kind of weak, so she probably got somebody to cut it for her like a little bit.
It's like she
it.
pre-ripped it to get most of her strength off, and then finally, in front of the whole cameras, as soon as Trump turns around and everyone's clapping for him, she holds it up to the camera and like rips it, like I'm so fucking cool, and
whereas,
everyone's I'm so badass.
I don't know.
Dramatic.
I thought that was great. I enjoyed that. And then you know what else I enjoyed was like all the conservatives being triggered that she ripped up his speech.
It's a political theater, man. They love each other. She voted for his bullshit. What is the biggest military budget in the history of the fucking planet? She voted for. She gave him power over the secret courts, and it's just the game, guys. Like,
It's like WWE, though.
right,
You know, you got to keep
so
the
staged.
you know.
Oh God.
She rips the speech. And
Right.
It does make great meme fodder, though.
Oh, it was
does.
hilarious memes, and
The
there's a
memes are
great
great.
meme template. Oh, it's hilarious.
the blank meme.
I've yet to come up with a good one, but I plan to.
Those are good ones.
Shortly.
Don't mix alcohol with this medication.
You know,
That was a
it's
good
funny
one.
because it's funny though because I actually talked to a conservative who was like pissed off about the speech ripping, like, oh, you can't do that, that's horrible.
Was it
and I'm
even?
just like, what the fuck, you know? I mean, this guy, you know, President Pussy Grabber, you can't rip up his speech.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
I mean, this guy says like things that are like equally as mature, like every day, multiple times a day on Twitter. And, you know, but ripping up his speech, like, you think this lady should go to jail for that?
Dude, there's
probably plenty of, like, legit reasons to send Nancy Pelosi to prison. Ripping up Trump's speech is not one of them.
Yeah, well, dude, fuck her speech and fuck him too. Like, it's all a game. It's all a game.
I saw somebody say that ripping up the copy of the speech was like ripping up an official document that was
sacred text.
supposed to
A
go to
sacred
the
text.
National Archives. I was like, I'm sure it was just her copy of the speech. You know
Yeah,
what
they
I
were trying to
mean?
say it was like a felony because it was
felony
like
or
federal
yeah,
property or
They
something.
said it was
Like
a-
it was Yoda and Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. The sacred text.
That's
You
exactly.
know?
They tried to say it was a felony. I was like, you are out of your
God.
mind. That was her copy.
Yeah.
I'm just as much as against her going to jail for ripping up that speech as I am for Donald Trump being impeached over hearsay bullshit by a bunch of CIA rats.
Yeah.
Like fuck off. Like you guys are just it's
all
just
the
such
while,
a dumb game.
all
man.
the while, there's so much going on that's like a serious threat to our liberties, and so either foreign policy, either foreign and domestic. And meanwhile, we're just like caught up in the whole impeachment bullshit.
Yup.
The Iowa.
But honestly,
miscount.
I don't think anybody like.
Like
I
so
don't think
much
anybody.
theater.
I don't think Joe, average Joe Schmo is giving a fuck about the impeachment.
Well,
like
right. But
Like
the
they're
one-
trying really hard to like grab people in
Yeah.
this, but I don't think people give a fuck, dude.
Right.
It's
Well,
not like during like the Clinton impeachment when like everybody was like fucking glued to their TVs and shit.
Are more people checked out and just kind of like, fuck this, seeing through it?
Yeah,
Or is
well-
it just like the loudest?
Well, it's that. I
small
think it's
camps?
there are a lot of people that are still kind of, they got to make ends meet. They're
Yeah.
they're struggling. They're not. They don't give a fuck about this. They're
Struggling.
wondering.
Yeah.
How's the economy going to be doing? How,
Right.
is this recession really coming? Is the coronavirus going to make my
Yeah.
dick fall off?
There's
and then
a
I can't use the Autoblow anymore.
Right. I know. It's stressful.
Yeah.
So I don't think they just, and it's just, how can you care about this when there's just so much news. There's so much.
Yeah.
Every week it's something new. Some tweet that Trump did, or, some mass shooting, or some.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a mass shooting from a Thai soldier who goes crazy and kills 30 people in a mall in Thailand. And then there's the 2 soldiers dead in Afghanistan from an ambush. Then there's like just everything. And that's like, I don't pay attention to that. Baltimore ceasefire. That happened this weekend. And guess what happened in the ceasefire? Like 10 people shot and killed in a Baltimore ceasefire. That's what a Baltimore ceasefire is, guys.
Did you see my comment on
Yes,
your
I
post?
saw it. It's so true.
I was like, what kind of gangbangers could be like, oh, hold up,
Right.
it's
up.
ceasefire
Yo.
weekend. I'll shoot your ass on
Yo,
Tuesday.
not,
I mean,
during,
it's almost-
not during the ceasefire, yo. Stop.
It's almost like saying like, oh, you can't have a gun anymore.
Dude, it's so fucking
Like they're gonna
laughable.
oblige by that,
It's so
Well,
fucking
well, yeah. I
laughable.
mean, it's dumb in the first place because it's like, isn't every weekend technically a ceasefire? I mean, it's never legal
Well,
to go
yeah.
out and plug people,
But think about this.
Well, it's
yeah,
about
the-
as effective as laws, right?
So literally every other day, the Baltimore City Police Department is posting pictures of like 2 random ass busted guns that they got off the street.
Dude, they've been doing this like,
and they're like
and they keep
1920,
touting-
like
right,
revolvers.
yeah. Revolvers with like made up of grip of duct tape and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's pathetic, and they keep
Yeah.
touting it. Like literally, they on Wednesday they posted a picture of 4 guns they got off the street, and they're like, "Yeah, we got them off the street.
Meanwhile-
we're awesome." And then literally the next day, 5 people were shot and killed. Like you're doing nothing, guys. You're nothing.
It's funny, like, I brought in some
Fucking pigs.
Democrat and socialist propaganda from politicians running in Baltimore City, and I have an antenna, so like I get like the local TV, and I came home because I work night shift, so I come home late, and I guess it was like the Baltimore City mayoral debate, and
That's unfortunate.
oh my god, man, I'm
Wait,
watching
there was a
it.
mayoral debate.
I think of the Democrats like that are potentially running, and
Oh,
I
shit.
just caught the tail end. Like I was just like flipping through the channels before I went to bed, and I caught the tail end of it. And it was just like ridiculous. Like some of their like comments on like how they would like stop crime, and they're like how they would reduce the violence. And then like the one person said like we need to invest in creating a database, and
Was that
finding
the
out,
Indian guy?
The
The Indian guy's all about like
no,
we need to hook everybody's like Ring camera system into like a
yeah,
global
yeah.
date or a citywide
Like a
database
citywide
so we can like
Yeah.
spot- you know.
Did you guys see that article that I
And
saw?
that's
I
but
posted?
that
That's
this
so-
is the city, and then that's Baltimore County. I think,
Baltimore
that
County
article.
wants to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a voluntary, like, hey, we're gonna install cameras in your house, and we're just gonna watch.
Was
them.
that Baltimore County or Baltimore City?
Baltimore County?
Yeah.
County.
No, I think it isn't what they posted. Like they wanted access to people's like already present security cameras.
That and actual cameras that they want to like. If you put it up, we'll have your feed, and it'll be like this one collective pool
to protect you. Like right
1984
now,
style.
right now it's voluntary. You know.
Oh, it's
Right.
voluntary.
Yeah, right
Oh,
now.
okay, yeah.
Right
But
now.
it's voluntary, but there is the question of now they can spy on the entire street. you know?
Yeah.
Which is bullshit. And you don't think that they're gonna check when you leave and when you come in, and then use that in some type of fucking AI, database to see what your movements are? And
I'm worried that they're gonna try to tap into my Autoblow.
Right. Who knows, man? They might lock
Yeah, is
that
this like
shit down.
Wi-Fi? Hold on.
Right.
Does it? Yeah.
Because that's what's bullshit. They got all these back doors, and now they said Apple just caved, and now they're giving like access to the federal government to their
FBI,
FBI,
Shit, man.
Exactly.
That was the
Apple-
only like redeeming factor of Apple for me was like they said fuck you to the FBI.
Right, yeah.
But now you're saying they
caved. They fucking caved.
Dude,
And
they're not talking about any of this. Like, none of this is like in the conversation. It's all like
Yeah,
impeachment. It's all like the caucus
Right.
results. It's all like the State of the Union ripping up a speech. Like, it's like, fuck, there's so much like serious issues going on. And I don't know. I haven't watched any of the debates or anything. Like,
But you did see like the shit coming out of the caucus though. That fucking
yeah.
that's a
Oh my god.
debacle.
And
Did you see the video of the guy flipping the coin?
Flipping a
No,
quarter,
what?
dude.
It was like
Oh,
an NFL
God.
kickoff.
No, so
Right.
like there was one precinct where
one. No, it's more than one. 6.
well, okay,
it
but
was
this
6
specific video was just from a single precinct.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fuck your point.
so at this precinct somewhere in Iowa, there was a tie between Pete Buttigieg
But
and Bernie, and so in order to determine the outcome, they literally flip a coin.
Can we just call like Buttlegag, or can we just call him Butt Plug?
Yeah, that's what
Sure.
I've
I
been
mean,
saying.
that's easy.
Because I don't know if it's
Yeah.
Buttigieg, Buttigieg, Butt Judge, Boot Jig. So butt plugs work.
Yeah, so
great.
Butt Plug and Bernie were in a face off.
a face. Like a
And so they
face-off.
had someone who actually had a butt plug pin on flip the coin.
flip.
So that's how they decide this on a coin flip. He flips it. He catches it weirdly. He like looks at it in his hand for a second.
No,
like, puts it down
Wait, you
on his
catch
hand.
it? You catch it,
And then like flips it over and is like, "It's Buttigieg. It's butt plug." You know.
what the fuck?
Like
No,
watch
you,
this video. Like it's fucking
what?
ridiculous.
You flip
Yeah.
a coin, you let it hit the ground.
Ground, yeah.
No, he like caught it in his hand.
Caught in his hand.
Like
Don't
this.
catch it.
Like not even like it's one thing if you catch it like palm down, you're like, okay.
But guys,
But he caught it like this, like sideways, and like flipped it
Yeah.
around, and then put it into his hand. And was like, oh yeah,
wait,
it's for
no.
my guy.
But guys, it's the Russians. It's the fucking Russians,
right.
man. They're the ones
Yeah.
who are a threat to our democracy.
No, and I think the funniest thing about the Iowa Caucus too is that it's not even like done off of like the votes of Iowa. You know, it's pretty close to the Electoral College. And then
Well, they
Well-
have the delegate system, but so here's what they did this year was they tried to implement an app. Now it's not an app that you would use to vote, but it was an app that they could use to relay.
that was somehow connected
From
to
the
Butt
caucus.
Plug, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Pete butt plug. Yep. Yeah, let's talk.
so
about
it was
this.
connected to him as well as Hillary Clinton through. So it was a company founded by former Hillary Clinton campaign staffers.
Oh no.
And the
You
name of
don't
the
say.
name of the
Listen to the
company
name.
is
Yep.
called Shadow.
Shadow. And they said this was supposed to be the most transparent fucking primary ever.
So-
and they touted it, but guess what? They didn't
But
do
the
a test
company
run.
name
I thought they said it was the
providing
most
software is
trans
named
primary
Shadow.
ever.
Well, that too. But they didn't do. Guess what? Guess why they didn't do a test run of it? Because they were afraid of Russians figuring out their system.
The algorithm.
So
of,
they didn't do a test run.
but
of
the
their
fact-
software.
But it ended up
called
being they
Shadow.
couldn't even figure out their own system.
well, I don't know.
so-
Conspiracy part.
So there was a lot wrong with it. I mean, it was an app that they used to report the results from the precinct to the state party or whatever. And it was an app that you couldn't download in the App Store. So you'd have to like go onto your phone. And you're talking about like volunteer Democrats that are probably like
Goddamn,
all
dude.
boomers. And they're going on their phone and they have to download an app that's not available in the App Store. So like whenever you download an app that's not in the,
Not
app,
in the
Store,
App Store. How the fuck do you get it?
well, you can, so you have to go to a website and you download it, and then it tries to install it, and then your phone throws up a thing that says, "Oh, this could be a virus." Like, go into your settings and allow
Oh my god.
apps that from third parties. So you're expecting a bunch of boomers to do this, and then once they got it installed, it still couldn't handle it. Their
Oh my God, this is
their
so
systems got overloaded.
This is so stressful. Just like, who the fuck proposes this? Like, hey,
People that want to fucking, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of like the Bernie bros that are saying like, "Oh, this is a conspiracy to like,
yeah.
Screw Bernie.
sabotage Bernie," and I mean, it might be, man. I mean, Bernie had serious momentum
I think it
going into
probably
this
is.
caucus,
yeah.
and he is a threat to the centrist establishment. As much as we disagree with his policies, You know, you can't deny that he is definitely a threat to the Democratic, establishment machine, and they don't want him to win.
Man, like Hillary's just sitting in the back getting her her orders from like the reptilian overlords, and she's like the Emperor Palpatine, Palpatine, like initiate, like like the order to like the like all like what the fuck? It's so like it just reeks of like the Clintons interfering and just dirty shit that they've been like guilty of. How many elections?
Hey, what if Hillary was Buttplug's father?
Oh shit, dude! Like some Darth Vader shit, where she's just like, "I am your mother."
When's New Hampshire?
Oh fuck! Yeah,
it's coming up.
Tuesday.
Right?
3 days. Phil says 3-4 days.
Yes,
all right. I saw
they're
we
not
could
going
look
to
it
be
up.
using the
Be
Shadow
exact.
app anymore.
Oh no, I think they are for Nevada. Nevada has a caucus system too.
But they're not. I don't think they're using this app. I think
they
they've
were.
abandoned the app.
No, I don't think they have at all.
You would think
I
after
think they are.
after this,
the
they would
docs on that.
probably be done with this app.
Yeah.
Dude, how about,
well, I mean, before they were just doing it through like paper. They would like get everything, and then they'd make a phone call and say, so and so got 85 votes. So and so got whatever, and then they had the paper trail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but with this app, it just completely fucked everything up. And
So you guys talk about the results. So conveniently, Buttplug wins, just barely by the skin of his dick.
By
He
the coin
wins.
toss.
Well,
or
he
two.
won won the delegates, but didn't win the popular, right?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Who knows, man? Nobody knows what the official results were
Right.
because so many people were saying like, "Wait a minute, my district, we had 159 people that came to vote, and it only registered 85." Like, what? And
there was another thing where apparently like Bernie like beat out Warren or something, but Buttigieg won, or I don't know. It was something weird where they basically like redistributed his votes. Ironically, like he should have had like
Jared,
2 votes.
next time I'm
Instead they
gonna
split it.
punch you on the arm until you say Buttplug. Okay,
okay.
yeah, Buttplug. So
that goes for everybody.
Biden did shit in the Iowa caucuses. He got like 4.
Oh yeah, that's like probably
By far.
that's a silver lining of this whole story.
Yeah.
Well, and that leads me to what I said before. My pony soldiers.
Oh
So
man.
you guys hear about this?
Total meltdown, man.
You guys hear about this meltdown?
So the headline I saw was that he was joking with some woman.
Oh no, he wasn't.
Okay, so that's
So this woman, she at a Biden rally. So he did terrible in the Iowa caucuses. I mean, he got just the floor just fucking smashed. I don't even know what the phrase is. I don't know.
he got the floor smashed.
I don't know. I
Smashing
speaking of
floors.
smashed, I'm pretty smashed right now too. But anyway, so
I'm gonna pour some more of this.
do it, yeah, man. Just save
Let's do
some
the
for me.
after hours.
I need another. So make sure you save some. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
So Biden gets this softball question by the nicest, sweetest girl. She must have she catered her whole question to him at some type of Biden rally. He was like, "Look, you have the most experience out of everyone running. Like, so how do you she and she kept having to get interrupted because he was kind of like he already was pissed off by the question. You could already tell. He took off his jacket and the whole crowd started laughing as she's like, just like, how do you how do you explain to people like how your results were in the Iowa caucuses after you're the most experienced person? She was like talking him up and he goes, so were you at your? I was a Iowa caucus Democrat. Were you there? And she was like, no. And she goes, oh, so you're a lying horse face. What? No, he said lying. Oh, fuck,
He couldn't
I
have
forget.
said horse face.
No,
There's no way he
said
said that.
lying.
lying.
Look it up. So
I'll
he's
look
called
it
him.
up.
He said a lying, crooked pony soldier. That's what he
Oh.
called this woman.
Wow.
And just rolled like you could tell he was like it was the most passive aggressive.
By the way, there's a
batshit
movie.
crazy-
There's a 1952 movie called Pony Soldier.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have fucking no clue. I have never
Okay, he
heard of
called the student. This is a student also.
it. Yes, she was a young woman.
A lying dog-faced
Dog
pony
face.
soldier.
Dog
Wow.
face, pony soldier.
What does that even fucking mean?
I had-
I mean, I know what lying and dog-faced is, but what is a pony soldier?
That goes way back, man.
He called her a fucking
Wow.
lying dog-faced pony soldier. So that's my phrase now. Y'all my
is there
pony
a video of
soldiers.
this?
His
Yes.
endo.
I gotta
what's
see
it
the
like,
video.
It's as clear as
His
day.
endocrine levels are like dropping.
I posted it in the PRL group. So guys, just search for it. I posted it like a few
Hold
hours
on.
ago.
I
Being
think I got it
Libertarian
here.
also posted it. So we're gonna play this into the mic. Let's do this real quick. I think we
Yeah.
got time.
Well,
Yeah. If you got it, put it
I
on.
can get it going here.
Yeah, unless you got an ad, dude. If it has an ad, we're fucked.
No
All right, here
ad.
we go. Everyone, turn it up. Listen to this girl's question.
My name is Madison, and I'm an econ student at Mercer University. And oh, awesome! So I'm gonna be a little bit mean for a second, okay? So
He takes off his jacket for whatever
Also,
reason.
she looks like a typical Democrat.
Yes.
So you're arguably the candidate with the greatest advantage in this race. You've been the vice president. You weren't burdened down by the impeachment trials. So, or in participation. So how do you explain the performance in Iowa, and why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
It's a good question. Number one, Iowa's a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were. Now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
What the fuck,
It
dude?
was a
That was it. That's the end of it.
What does he talk?
What a fucking.
Wait, first he says, I'm an Iowa caucus or something.
Yeah, like he's like,
I'm the Iowa caucus.
Yeah, in the Iowa caucus. So this
Are you?
batshit fucking crazy ass 80-year-old fucking retard. He is such an idiot. He like mouth kissed his granddaughter on stage.
Oh, yeah, that was
the other day.
weird,
Like,
dude.
he's such a oh. Did you guys see this video? He takes a baby, a woman like has a baby, holding a baby, and like usually you kiss the baby, whatever, hold the baby. He takes out the baby's pacifier from its mouth and puts it in his mouth.
Well, that's
It's
really
a fucking
weird.
video of this. He's a
Yeah.
creep. He's I swear to God, dude, he's
Dude,
banged.
what are you talking about? He's just affectionate, dude.
Yeah,
That is
he's
really
just
weird.
affection.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's
right.
putting babies' pacifiers in
Dude,
his
he's
mouth.
sticking his
Pedophile.
dick
Out of
in
affection.
fucking prepubescent pussy, man. That's
Whoa,
that's
dude.
what this dude does.
Dude,
he's a
he-
creeper. and
He's
I
got the
think he's-
prepubescent Autoblow.
Oh my God, I couldn't be in this dude's presence. Like he's such a creep. I've met some creeps, man. This guy like takes the cake. He doesn't care. He's so isolated and old, and he thinks he can get away with it. That's why he talks to women like that. Like he just like. Okay, you should know your place in the Democratic Party. Like, hey, I'm not gonna belittle any woman who brings up a valid, soft question to me. Like that girl. Like, I'm sure she's probably batshit crazy, like with her like SJW nonsense. But she asked a valid question to him, and she even like laid it up for him, like on.
Well, she even kind of knocked impeachment. She was like, "You're not caught up in the impeachment
Yeah, because
circus."
you're not in Congress, so you're
Yeah.
not having to go back in session and testify. You're just supposed to be out here campaigning. That's all you have to do. But yet you keep fucking it up because you're such a creepy
Dude, it was
psycho.
such a layup question.
It was a layup. It was
like-
such a layup, and he couldn't even handle it. He was so mad. Like, how dare you? How dare you, woman? Fucking young piece of shit. What do you know? Like, and
Yeah.
called her a dog-faced lying. Like, what? Like,
Pony soldier.
Pony soldier.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I'm gonna use that phrase from the rest of my life.
Is this
now.
gonna be his like? Is this gonna be his like? Herman? Or not? What was it? Howard.
Howard Dean.
Howard Dean.
Howard
Dean.
Dean.
Yeah.
I don't think dude. Isn't that hilarious how that like sunk his campaign and like look where we are now, dude. You got
Like at
fucking
the-
Joe Biden talking about like
Joe Biden?
like kids sitting on his lap,
Nose
and,
humping
and Trump's like
children.
talking about grabbing pussies.
Yeah, it's like, at
Like,
what point did
it's
he
like where did we get to this?
like what happened? Like 20 years ago, this would be the end. Like you're done,
Dude, not
Like, I
even
was
20
like,
years
how the
ago.
fuck-
8. This was like 2008 when Howard whatever
Yeah.
the fuck his name was.
2004. That was 2004.
Was that?
Yeah,
4,
2004,
Howard Dean,
man.
man.
And to think
16
about
years.
it, like there
Jimmy
was,
Dean sausages.
to think about there was no social media back then, too.
Yeah, I
Very
think
like there was very little
Yeah.
social media to the point where it's like
Well, I
today,
Well,
and
I think
like
it's because we've been desensitized. Where it's like,
Yeah.
if somebody went up on stage and was like, "Rah!" today, you'd be like, okay,
Yeah, whatever.
or
What?
maybe because there
course.
wasn't because there wasn't social media, maybe
Yeah,
there was more of those moments. It's just you didn't have the
Well, I think it was
day-to-day.
just-
I saw that
I
video
think
on
it was just
MySpace,
like, yeah, you didn't
motherfucker.
see them very
All the
often. So
time.
like when you saw it, you're like, whoa, this guy's like raising his voice.
yeah.
How controversial.
It's like this is fucked. So that's probably a good thing. It's like you're seeing like the true nature of politicians. Like
Right,
these
right.
motherfuckers are unhinged and
Okay,
unfit
so-
for anything.
Okay, so here's one that we missed. I think my prediction is by 2040 there will be intercourse at a Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
I mean, couldn't you? Because it just keeps getting a little more racy each time,
mean-
right? Now this year, you had white women were really mad about.
There were so many Karens.
I think that's a stretch, but there were definitely a lot of people that were upset about it. Which
well, hold
I-
on. How did you feel about it? You have children.
All right. I would think
about the
that
children?
I would think that I don't mind sex workers. I don't mind any type of person that, like, if you make your money that way, like, that's fine. Like, you have the right to do that, and more power to you. If that's what you can do to provide for yourself and advance yourself, and that's fine. I think, but though personally, I think, like, that's
Are you
not
saying
a life
that
I want for my
Shakira
daughter.
and Beyonce are
Well,
sex workers?
no. Hold on. That's
I'm
not
saying-
my question. My
okay,
question
all
for
right.
you is, do you feel it's appropriate to have that at the halftime show? Were you triggered like all these other hand-wringing
I think
motherfuckers?
okay, so my kids were with me watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But okay, so I knew there was going to be an element. I know J-Lo and I know Shakira. I know what Shakira just loves gyrating her.
Yeah,
her
Shakira and
hips
J-Lo.
and-
I accidentally said Beyonce, but Shakira
Yeah.
and J-Lo.
So I knew there was going to be some sexual nature to their performance, and my kids were playing in the other room, and I probably would have kept them in the other room. Like, hey, you don't need to see this, but that's fine. Like, that's fine for grown adults to see. Like, I had no problem with her doing that. She's 50 years old. She's so fucking hot. Like, you can, like, it's fine. If you have it, flaunt it. Whatever. That's fine. But it's not something that I want to raise my children and think, like, that's an okay thing to do for you. If you become an adult and that's what you have, and the Lord bless you with that,
Yeah,
and that's what
but
you have
that's-
to do to be productive.
But people were making an
and
argument that
that's
it's like I
okay.
shouldn't have to put my kid in the other room. It's
No,
the Super Bowl.
no,
I
it's the
shouldn't
Super
have
Bowl.
to.
You know J-Lo and Shakira. If you know anything about them, if you don't know, you should research. If you feel like it could be an issue,
Yeah.
that's your job as a parent to research.
It's like
what
you
that's-
as a parent should have flipped over to like the Pet Channel and
Yeah,
watched
the Puppy
fucking
Bowl.
Right.
The
Yeah.
fucking Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, I mean there is the clicker on the
Okay,
the,
now
you know.
now
You don't like it,
question.
turn it off.
Now question: was this year really that much worse than like last year and Adam Levine?
No, it wasn't, because Adam Levine did the same exact thing. He was hip thrusting and he was sexy ass body, just like taking off.
Whoa.
He's really
Well,
hot.
tell
I'd
us,
take
tell
it.
us how you really feel, Phil.
If they had an Autoblow with the shape of Adam Levine's mouth, I'd buy it.
That's
a
the
good
clip
quote.
that that's the clip that I'm uploading to YouTube.
Yeah.
Do it, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Till he
Oh my
severs up
God.
tomorrow.
Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, a lot of
I don't give a fuck. He's sexy, man. He's a good looking dude.
dude. Pour some more of that red stag, man.
Yeah, I gotta get some red.
Or
Stag.
another red.
Pour some
red.
more.
Bill's
Honey
getting
tea.
a little gay over there.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Did you have your children leave the room, or did
No,
you
they were already playing in the other room. Like, there was
They
a
didn't give a
bunch of
fuck
toys
by
and
then, probably.
And
Yeah.
and they were like, it was.
They were off in the other room playing with Phil's Autoblow.
Well, I mean, how is it that much different than fucking cheerleaders?
well,
I
exactly.
mean, cheerleaders are sitting there, they're wearing like basically like fucking bra and panties.
There's a difference. There's a difference, and I think a lot of people are going
Yeah.
out of their way to pretend that there isn't. But
Well, I'm not saying there's no difference.
There's no camera up a girl's vagina while she's gyrating, like fucking, like,
Yeah, that was a little-
humping the camera.
that was
There's
intense.
a little difference. And, dude, I loved it personally. I had no problem with it, but it's not a life I want for my children. And I mean, unless they bring in that money and they feel secure and they're happy, that's what I want for my kids. And any way possible. I just know that there's a lot of correlation between depression and mental illness with women who do like sex work. And
Well, look, they're not
chronic.
doing sex work though. They're entertainers.
But this is like the most minor non-version of that. You know what I mean? Like they're entertainers who clearly have.
Well, they're using their sex
They're
appeal.
using their
Yeah.
sex appeal to sell hits and music. Because J-Lo's not a great singer.
No.
She's just really hot and she's a great dancer.
Actually, I heard recently somebody told me that there's rumors of J-Lo doing like a Milli Vanilli thing. And apparently, if you Google this, you can find a bunch of information on it.
I ain't mad.
She's lip syncing.
They all.
Did you see
were.
this
They
on
all were.
InfoWars?
No, I forget who told me, but
Dude, I think,
yeah, somebody told me this week though.
The thing that was like lost in the sauce about all of it, like, I didn't really like. I had it on mute and I like barely watched it. I was like grilling out on
Yeah,
my
we
deck
were doing
the whole
a-
time.
We were doing our fantasy. We do our fantasy football like award ceremony during the halftime show.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
get
fucking
the fuck
awesome.
out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, sorry.
Oh no, it's all
interrupted you.
good, dude. Like I had it on mute, and like what little bit I watched, and then like the like clips and like all the memes that came out. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't like, all right, cool. Like I saw J-Lo's asshole on national TV. Like all right, but
I ain't
like,
mad.
why aren't you like mad about like all the like symbolism, like all the ritual and occult shit,
Oh, the
satanic
kids in
shit,
cages and
kids in
shit?
cages,
That was a little
and the
weird.
kids singing.
I didn't see the.
And then
Her
like
outfit looked like-
Shakira's like her fucking like she's all like roped up and like cuffed like above, like dude,
that
there
was
was like
kinda
some
hot though, dude.
I mean, yeah, but there was a lot of occult, like demonic, like satanic shit. The fucking
So J-Lo's
pentagram,
outfit
her fucking outfit, dude, was a
was-
fucking pentagram.
What?
Like there was
no,
a
it
lot of
wasn't
satanic-
pentagram. It was
or the
what's
the
not
goat,
Beelzebub. What is it?
mhm,
It's
the goat head, right?
Yeah,
The
what's it called? I don't know.
I don't know, but like it's like that's definitely a pattern. Like you know what I mean? Like there was the blue and the ring around all the dancers. It was like an island that looked like
Nick, I want to fuck her too.
Epstein's island.
So
Like there was a lot of occult,
There
like
was-
fucking
there
Illuminati
was.
shit, and
So-
I'm like,
so
you're
Nick-
not watching, like you're not paying attention.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
not
so
showing
Nick,
the time period.
Okay, so Nick Picone, he's amazing. Okay, so he commented. He said some people just want to fuck her, and I'm one of those people. And so he says he has a friend who made $10K in 1 month as a stripper. That's amazing. If you can do that to provide for your family and your spot, that's awesome. But I want more for my daughter and my children, my son. I
More
want
than
for them.
10K a month?
Well, I mean, 10K a month. 10K a month. If you're blowing it on fucking, coke and shit, like I don't want that for my kids. But I'm just saying, like, if that's what it comes down to, and that's what makes them happy, keeps them safe.
Yeah.
It keeps them providing for their family. If that's what it takes, and they're happy with it, and not mentally a wreck, then that's great. Then that's fine.
I just hate
I'll
when
accept
all
it.
this.
Sex work doesn't bother me. Like I consider myself pretty conservative when it comes to stuff, but I'm also very libertarian on the issue. Like,
You're also a perv.
of course.
So
Like,
okay,
that's what I'm
so
saying.
okay, we're running out of time here, so we're gonna take things on over to the
Where's that
after
Autoblow?
hours. And as I mentioned earlier in the podcast, if you go to patreon.com/punk rock libertarians and contribute a minimum of $1 per month, you can join our after hours program.
Also-
and, we usually put that one up. It usually goes up for download, usually by 11 p.m. or 10:30 p.m.
Click on the
usually,
draw with that.
typically. So yeah, and then besides that, we also have T-shirts over at libertariancountry.com. If you type in the code PRL or the code PRL podcast, you'll receive a 10% discount. You can see Phil's wearing one of our T-shirts right
yeah,
now.
I am.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He's
so
got the
what
black
size
one.
is that, Phil?
I think
Like
that's
a
the
good
one.
4X.
Okay, cool.
They make them in all.
Nah, dude, I
sizes.
got like big, like the plus sizes for men. It's like it's 2XP. That's my shit.
Also, if you
Cool.
contribute $10, if you sign up for the $10 tier,
oh yeah, do that.
you do get a free T-shirt.
Yeah.
Just FYI. But we appreciate all donations of all sizes. And
Yeah,
shapes.
exactly. Yeah, we appreciate
All
all
sizes and shapes.
donations. You guys are really helping us out here, so
Yeah.
we appreciate
It's been
that.
awesome. Oh, one more thing.
Okay.
So we've got there's a website out that I built called Liberty Podcast Ranker, and it's basically a hub for all the libertarian podcasts, and you can log on and you can see the whole list of everything, and you can vote for your favorites. So if you if you wouldn't mind, get on there, register to vote, and vote for us.
Vote for punk rock libertarians and like nobody else really, just us.
Like,
you know.
please clap.
No.
and Nick Picone and his stuff since he's
No,
No,
fuck Nick. No, just PRL.
No,
Like,
actually, Nick Picone is awesome. He has a podcast called Sounds Like Liberty, and I've been on there.
no. It's Peace Freaks now. They changed it.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, Peace Freaks.
Well,
Yeah.
he's also got one about green, like
This week in
environmental
Liber.
stuff.
Well, yeah. Then there's also This Week in Liber Pods where he takes like 5-minute clips of all the like podcasts. Hopefully he uses
not
ours
all of them,
because
but yeah.
this was awesome. This our week, our podcast.
Hopefully the
I'm just
Autoblow makes a cut.
gonna- Audible has to make the cut, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
counting on
listening to if you're listening to this podcast and you like us, I like Nick Picone. He's an awesome dude. He's been a great friend of this podcast.
Just don't vote for his podcast. On
No,
Liberty.
yeah, fuck it. Vote for his podcast.
vote for whoever you
vote
want.
for any podcast that you
Yeah.
like. You know.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to find other podcasts, it's a great way to find other podcasts.
Yep.
you know.
Definitely.
So until next time, live free.
Or die.